Oh, hello. I didn't know you were there. I was just reading a book. Happy Together, and it's all about us. And I'm looking at a picture of Grandad, me, Ronia and Max with ice creams. We're in Padstow. Do you remember what happened? Mummy had bought us all lovely ice creams, and we were eating ours, and Mummy was just about to eat hers when down swooped a bird and knocked it onto the floor. And before you could say Jack Robinson, a dog had come and eaten it. Poor Mummy. And there we were, eating ours happily away and enjoying them. I wonder where Grandad is. Perhaps we'll go and find him because he'd love to see you as well. Come with me. I think he might be in the bedroom. He's getting ready for bed. He's a tired boy, really. We might have woken him up with the door. I wonder where Grandad is.
Oh, this is a good story, this one is. Did I hear somebody in the bedroom? Somebody in here? Somebody in here? There is.
Oh, there is. We're in here.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing, Grandma?
Yeah. Oh, I've got Ronia and Max with me as well.
Well, I'm reading a really good story in here. Oh, you see, you've got Ronia and Max with you.
Yeah, I have.
That's good, because this is a story I'm sure that they would like.
What's on your head, Grandad?
What's on my head? Oh,
What's on your head?
Well, we've been locked away for 6 or 7 weeks now. My hair's grown. I'm waiting to have a haircut.
Oh, dear.
It'll be very different then, won't it?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you like to listen to us? I like reading bedtime stories to Max and Ronia, or Ronia and Max, and anybody else who likes listening to Grandad read a story. And this one is a very special one called Miles and the Screwdriver.
Oh, can I see the front,
Yeah, you
Grandad?
can see the front.
Oh, look, Miles.
Okay.
And has he got a screw? I think he has. He's got a screwdriver.
Would you like to hear the story?
Yes, please.
Yeah, oh, good. Well, I'll tell you. It's a very funny story, this one, and you have to be very careful. And at the end of it, I'll show you a great secret that not many people have seen. So, shall we start?
Oh, yes, please, Grandad.
Right, I'll begin. Miles was a pain in the neck, but you could not help liking him, for life was never dull when he was around. One day he found an old screwdriver and began to experiment. First of all, he took the little screw out of his pencil sharpener just to see how it worked. It fell to bits. "Never mind," said Miles. "I'll put it together tomorrow." Then he took the screws out of the other toys in his room just to see how they worked. They all fell to bits. "Never mind," said Miles. "I'll put them together tomorrow." Then he went downstairs and took all the screws out of the telephone. It fell to bits. "Never mind," said Miles. "I'll put it together tomorrow." Before long, Miles had taken the screws out of the washing machine, the television, the refrigerator, the toaster, the stereo, the cooker, his bicycle, the iron, the radio, his dad's camera, and lots of other things. "Never mind," said Miles, looking at all the bits. "I'll put them all together tomorrow." "Go to bed," roared Miles' father when he came home from work and saw the mess. He was furious. Someone had even taken the screws out of the front door. It had fallen on him when he tried to open it. But that night, Miles could not sleep. He crept downstairs and began taking a few more screws out. He took all the screws out of his father's car. It fell to bits. Then he took all the screws out of the garage walls. That too fell to bits. Uh-oh. Then Miles started to undo all the screws holding the house together. The following morning, when Miles' mum and dad woke up, they felt something was wrong. The house was all wobbly. "Miles!" they shouted. There was a great crash, and to their horror, the whole house just crashed around their ears. Suddenly, they were sitting in the street. All the neighbours turned out to see what the fuss was. And seeing Miles' mum and dad in the street, they began to laugh. But soon they stopped as crash, bang, clatter. Up and down the street houses were falling apart. It was Miles and his screwdriver. "Stop him!" they shouted. "Quick, fetch the police!" As soon as the police arrived, they all decided Miles had better go and see a special doctor who lived in London. So they put him in a police car and started off toward the railway station. Crash, bang, tinkle. The police car fell to bits in seconds. Miles had taken all the screws out. Miles thought London was great. There were so many screws to undo. Miles took all the screws out of Big Ben, St. Paul's Cathedral, Buckingham Palace, the Post Office Tower, Nelson's Column, all the underground trains, and he was just about to start on the buses when somebody stopped him. Wow, this is a good story. Are you enjoying it? Are you still with me?
Yeah, well, still with you, Grandad.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Right, let's go on. Right, turn over. "Miles, we're going to have to send you to America to see a very special doctor," said a policeman. "Come on, I'll walk you to the airport." When they reached the airport, there were hundreds of people all shouting at Miles. He just waved his screwdriver at them. "Send him on Concorde," shouted a man in the crowd. "A great idea," they all agreed. "Oh, no. Oh, please, no," wailed the pilot of Concorde. "Send him by boat, please." But it was no good. The plane took off with Miles on board. By the time they reached America, all that was left of Concorde was one engine, 2 seats, and a wheel to land on. Miles had been busy. "Thank you for a lovely flight," said Miles to the pilot. The pilot did not reply, but a great big tear rolled down his cheek. Miles thought America was wonderful. It was just full of things to undo. He set to work with his screwdriver. Buildings, bridges, buses, boats, nothing was safe. Miles was having a whale of a time. America was just falling to bits. Somehow, after wandering for some time, Miles found himself at the North Pole, right at the top of the world. He blinked with a surprise, for there in the middle of the North Pole was the biggest screw he had ever seen, going down into the centre of the earth. Carefully, Miles started to climb up the screw. "Just what do you think you are doing?" said a loud voice above him. Just undoing this screw, to find out how the world works," said Miles, not quite sure where the voice was coming from. "Why?" said the voice. I don't really know why," said Miles, not very happily. "Because I wanted to, I suppose." "And what about all the mess?" said the big voice. "Oh, I'll clear that up tomorrow, of course," said Miles. "Miles," said the voice firmly, "if you undo that screw, there will be no tomorrow. everything will have fallen to bits then. Now you listen very carefully to me. I am the Earth Maker, and if you want to know how things work, start by asking me. Miles looked down at the ground and began to feel very sorry for himself. Don't worry, said the Earth Maker. Just go and tidy up your mess. Then we'll talk again. Okay, said Miles, feeling a bit better inside. So home Miles went, putting all the screws back. It took quite a bit of time, and by the end of the day, he was pretty tired. Miles was ready for bed. As he lay down on the pillow, he felt something hard pushing against his ear. It was one little screw that had been left over. Oh no, I wonder where that had come from, he groaned. I wonder too. Can you see? Wow, that was a good story, wasn't it?
It really was.
Well, you'll be able to watch it again and again and again at home.
Oh,
So,
I like Miles.
and I would like to sort of tell you a story for real one day.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be really good, and it would be lovely to
Yeah.
take you on holiday somewhere again, sometime in the future, when all these
Yeah.
problems are all over. We'll be able to get together and play together and read together and eat together. Have some good fun. In the meantime, you look after yourselves, and we love you.
Yeah, lots and lots.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.